Recently, I've been to Singapore and I stayed there for 4 days. But the catch is, I stayed there in a hostel. And this was my first experience of staying in a hostel and basically managing in a space so compact and so small. I live in a big home in India. Yeah, I call it big now after having that experience there, and it was seriously an experience for me. So I shared that with you guys in this video, and this isn't a very polished video, just some raw footages, our time in that hostel, some shaky clips, some candid moments, but it's real, and that's what I wanted to share. Just us living in the moment, making the most of a small space in a big city.
So, the best things about traveling, apart from the great places which you see, of course, is that it teaches you a lot about life. For example, I'm going to give you a room tour of not a room tour, a space tour of where we stayed in Singapore, and it's a hostel, and it's so small that you're gonna look at it and think that how can two people manage over here for so many days. So yeah, this is just a place where people keep their shoes, and it's so quiet inside, like 15-20 people staying over here, and it's pin drop silence always. Yeah, this is like a small walkway which connects the rooms or the sleeping areas, you can say, and it's all separated by curtains. There is no door. So over here, people's sense of privacy is that much respected that you don't need a door to maintain privacy. Curtains are enough. You can keep your valuables and anything, and it's all very safe.
Oh, hi.
And here is the main person of the vlog.
Yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys this room because in my life I have never stayed
Don't call it a room, it's a sleeping area, you can say.
Yeah, whatever. Basically, I have never stayed in such a small space, and it's an experience for me also. So I wanted to share it with you guys. And just, you have given them a tour, I guess.
This is just a space like where we have to keep in our stuff and luggages and all of that.
This is one luggage here.
There's one luggage over here, and this is another over. Yeah, so I decided something from our next travels. We're gonna ditch this suitcases and shift to backpacks because they're very convenient and it gives you a better mobility. That is what I was telling, that traveling teaches you that if you want to be flexible, if you want to be if you want to really manage a lot, and if you want to see good places, and if you want to travel like a traveler, not like a tourist, then you have to be very minimalist. So one thing which we decided that after going back home, we're gonna become completely minimalist, like just keep a few pair of clothes and discard probably 80-90% of what we don't need, and just donate it to people, and regarding everything. So over here also, like, we met a few fellow travelers, mostly Westerners, and they've been traveling for 5 months, 6 months, some 8 months, and they're just surviving on a backpack. And I asked them, that what do you carry? They just said that just 4 pair of shorts and 4 pair of t-shirts, that's it. And of course the basic stuff. So that's that.
I could have just arranged this room properly and could have just placed the things in a manner that you guys would have liked it, or it would be aesthetic, so-called. But I thought of just keeping it very, very natural because we stayed here for 4 days. 4 days, right?
4 nights, yeah.
4 nights, yeah. 4 nights, 5 days. And it's been a task for me, at least, to manage in a space so small. Because at my home in India, I live in a big house. Like, now I'm thinking it's a big house. And of course, people here, if I talk to them, they'll also feel the same way. So here we have everything. You can show them I have just put my umbrella here so that it can dry, because that is the only place I have. So, and
this thing folds, the bed over here, you can just fold it and just put it against the wall.
Yeah, and it's literally, you can show them, this is my leg, okay, and this is the size of the bed, and we both are sleeping here, so you can understand the
But we
size
didn't
of the
face any
space.
sleep issues.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I was saying the best part about this place is, which I realized is that, as Swami Vivekananda said, that if you combine the spirituality of the East with the work ethics and the working principle of the West, then you become the best. So that's what I realized, that 15, 20 odd people staying over here, and throughout the day it's so silent. Like right now also, like
What time is
at
it?
least it's probably 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2:41. So there are so many people inside this area, and at any given point of time you cannot hear any single noise. That's how much silent this place is. And the shoes outside, they're arranged so proper. The washroom, the shower areas, it's all common because everyone is using it. And despite everyone using it, it's so squeaky clean all the time. Like it's at least for me, coming from India, it's completely unimaginable. Like, we cannot think of something like this. So it's a great experience. Not just an experience, it's a very big learning lesson as well for us. So which we're gonna go back home and implement in our daily lives as well. So yeah, that's that.
So basically, if I list it down, there were a few challenges, and the first one would be separating the clean clothes from the dirt clothes, because as you have seen that space is extremely small. It's been a task for me, and I'm a person who is just sucker for clean spaces and clean things and clothes in general. So though Singapore is a very clean city, it's extremely clean, and the shoes, if we check, I'll show you a clip of that, and you can see the shoes, how it looks. It's absolutely clean. Even if
Like you've just
walking
moved
on
out of the showroom.
yeah, even if you are walking on the streets continuously for the whole day, if you see the shoe like this,
The sole of the shoe,
it's
yeah.
just so clean. So that's a good thing about here. But other than that, this space and managing everything, and we are traveling, so we have a lot of clothes with us. We went to Malaysia before this, so it's a total of 11 days tour for us. So you can understand, coming from India, we generally have the tendency of carrying a lot of things. So I did the same because I'm new in traveling, and there were basically a lot of things that I learned here, and especially coming from Malaysia, I will definitely show you guys the room I was staying there, and it had been a very, very big contrast when I come from there to here. And just to make it okay with myself, like, okay, fine, this is what you have got and you have to manage. That's what I think is the learning lesson or the learning moment for me here. And another thing I would also like to show you is the lobby here, because that place is a vibe.
So another thing about Singapore, which surprised me, is how disciplined everything is. Like from humans to the system to the government, everything is so much disciplined. I'll give an example. Like we were traveling on an MRT, which we call metro in our country. We were traveling on an MRT, and between the journey, there happened to be a small technical error, maybe with the engine or something. And there was just one small announcement made, of course, which circulated through the speakers inside the train, that due to a technical error, the train is forced to stop over here, so please alight. And every person inside the train, they just stood up and they just deboarded the train and stood in the platform patiently for the next train, which arrived again after 5 minutes. So no commotion, nothing, no fuss, no questioning, hey, what's happening, I'm getting late, nothing of that sort. Just because this all are so new to me. I've been to London, I've been to Italy, I've been to France, I've been to Dubai as well. But over here, I would say it's definitely more systematic and organized and clean. So it's a much better place. For traveling, it depends on your taste, but for settling or for living, Singapore is way, way ahead of the places I just mentioned. So this is the best part about the hostel, which is the lobby area. Normally, this is the reception area where people come and wait, and you can store your luggages over here if you come before the check-in time. So yeah, let's get into the lobby. This is a whole vibe altogether. Like You got everything. You got board games, you got coffee machine, and this is a place where people create memories. They just travelers all across the globe, they come and pen down their memories and put it on this board. So we've got a few sitting areas, some Marvel models, and I don't know what's all this called, like Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman stuff. You got a projector where you can watch movies, and this is the wall where people scribble. See the number of flags over here. So many people have been here and they have written their thoughts and their memories in this wall. So these are the history, and it's all. Here are books, and this is the outside. There are seating areas like cafes everywhere. This is like a very busy street, busy as in like party kind of a place, with pubs and bars and restaurants all over. You got every kind of cuisine, from Indian to Thai to Japanese to Chinese to Singaporean, everything. So yeah, that's that.
So I was reading this book. Yeah, this one, Singapore. I'll maybe read it tonight if I can come early here. And this is the most wonderful part of this room. Just show it from close up.
I'll show it.
Yeah. I think I will write something here. I will.
But
yes.
There is no space over here.
I will find some space for myself. Okay, so Saptarshi wants to write something.
Spider-Man changed his pose. This is an extempo thing I do.